Hello, my dear winner. This is Sir Jones. Today, I'm going to talk to you about cutting family ties. Yeah, cutting family ties. I know you'll be wondering, why will you tell me to cut ties with my family or a family member? Well, this video or this training is a response to a question I've been asked for some time now. People wanting to cutting family ties for one reason or the other. So first, let's look at some of the reasons why you can cut family ties. You know, the family is a very big and very important social institution. Every individual on planet Earth came through a family. And why would you want to cut contact or form of communication with a family member, especially if it's a person is your parent or a direct sibling? Look, it is difficult to cut ties to the family. Some people will see it to be weird. Some people will see you to be, why are you doing that? But the truth is that there are legitimate reasons to cut ties to the family member. And I don't know what your situation may be with any family. If you are in good condition with your parents, they are treating you well, everything is okay, you don't have to cut ties with them. But someone may be locked up in a relationship with a family member that is not healthy. And such person has a right to cut ties, because nobody has a right over anybody's life. Now, what are some of the grounds or some of the reasons why you could cut ties with a family member? One, abuse. The first point is abuse or being abusive relationships. If the contact or the relationship between you and a family member is one that's abusive, you should end it. You should cut ties and relocate somewhere. Your life is more important, and nobody should tramp on you. You get a point? So if you are being abused in a relationship, doesn't matter what kind of abuse, be it psychological abuse, be it social abuse, emotional, physical abuse, or even sexual abuse, you should relocate. You should end the form of contact and find a place to go. If the person is somebody you can get rid out of your house in your presence, you should do it, because your life is more important. The person needs to respect your personality and your dignity. The fact that you are my parent or you're my elder brother doesn't mean that I am your slave. For that matter, you should be abusing me. So if you're caught up in a relationship with a family member and is very abusive, be it psychological, social, emotional, physical, whatever kind of abuse it is, you should cut ties. And if you are in a position where you have to relocate, strategize. Talk to a friend or somebody else who could take you in and leave that abusive relationship. You deserve better. You get a point. Point number 2, negativity. Point number 2, negativity. What do I mean? If a family member is so negative that all he or she does is to dump all the negativity in his or her life into your life, you need to cut ties. You need to get rid of that person. Stop communicating. Now, I know you are thinking, this is not a big issue, but it is. It is. Look, you can't do anything good in this world, anything great in this world, with a negative mindset. And most of the things that make us negative are the things that we see, we hear, we are being told. Just like watching the news. If the person is not a TV but a human being, or if the negative information coming in is not a TV but a human being, then that person needs to be tuned off. The person always telling you what you cannot do, especially declaring you to be useless. You can't do anything with your life. If you bring any idea or vision, the person has to find something wrong with it and discourage you instead of encouraging and building you. Cut ties with that person. End it. Tune that person off like a television. Or what I say, fire the person. You are the CEO of your life. You call the shot. You are the chief executive officer. You call the shot. Fire that person. You know what? You're not helping me. You're not aiding me. Let it go. There's this sign that Grant, the sales expert Grant Cardone, has in his office. No negativity here. It's important. Nobody wants to dwell in a negative environment. If you put a plant in a wrong environment, the plant will not grow. You're not going to grow in a negative environment. So if that person, be it your mother, your father, your parent, your elder brother, and that person only pours negativity into you, giving you all the reasons why you can't do anything with your life, please, you should tune off that person like a television. If you are in a position where you have to relocate once again and look for a place and not communicate with the person. Don't. Now, point number 3. Toxic. Toxic. When I put here toxic, I mean poisonous. When a family member is poisonous, that person is more or less a snake, scheming, lying, gossiping, painting a wrong picture of you. You go and build here, he or she has to go back and make sure he undoes it so that people will see you to be the wrong person. That person is a snake. That person is toxic. You are in a toxic relationship with the person. You need to tune the person off. Cut ties. Let that person go. Relocate. Cease communication. You have to understand this, that your life is yours. And if you're going to make something great as you desire for yourself, you must take some bold decisions. And letting people who are toxic out of your life, especially if they are family, is important. You have to let go of them and go and do something great. Because on the day when you are accounting for your stay on earth, don't bring them as an excuse. You have to be responsible. And the power of choice is in your hands. Is one of the blessings of God that we can choose. So if something is toxic, something is negative, something is abusive, you have a choice to make sure those things don't stay in your way. You have the choice to look for the opposite of all this and bring them into your life. Number 4, one-sidedness. What do I mean by one-sidedness? The only thing that concerns the person is the person, him or herself. When it matters to you, he or she is not there. But when it happens to him or her, he wants you to get involved, especially when it's about finance. When he or she needs money, he calls you. But when you are in need, he is nowhere to be found. It's a one-sided relationship. The word relationship means two people involved in a form of interaction. But if only the person only calls when he needs to only come and take, it's one-sided, and you deserve better. You also deserve to receive. So cut it, end it. It may not be like a big deal, but it is. Some of us, or most people, if only we can understand that, is this a reason why we are stuck? We are not even growing, we are not maturing, we are not building something or a legacy for generations ahead of us. We understand. Relationship don't have to be one-sided. It's a two-way. It takes two to tango. Two people must share ideas, exchange ideas, and do things together. One person shouldn't be drinking, sucking in all the good. No. It should be give and take. So if it's one-sided, please, you should cut ties. You should let go. You should end it. Just like that. Relocate. Stop communicating with the person. Look, when the person calls you, let the person know, you know what? I appreciate it, but you are not helping. It doesn't matter if the person is a parent, the person is a senior brother. Now, with the parent, I understand. If the parent are taking good care of you and they are old and you have to take care of them, that is a responsibility. I get it. But where you are in a position and the person doesn't really care about your welfare and only what the person will get from you is the issue. Even if it's your parent and only what they're going to get from you is what they need, it's questionable. They don't care. They're praying for you, calling to check on you, to see how you are doing, how the kids are doing, what you're doing to life, how they can help you in any way, give you advice or support you. Only when they need, they call on you. Please, end it. It's one-sided. It has to be two ways. The final point, the fifth and the final point. Over dependence. Over dependence. If you find yourself depending too much on a family member, you have to question it. Now, if you, in this case, I know you just cannot just cut ties because you are over dependent. You can just stop depending on the person. But when the person is using that as a reason to look down on you, always making reference to that effect, to others, for others to see that without him or her, you can't do anything, you can't be anything, then you need to cut ties as well and go and build something to prove him or her wrong. So if you feel like you're over depending on someone, and then the person is using that as a means to always look down on you, to put you in a situation where you feel inferior, you feel your self-esteem is becoming low, then please cut ties and go and build and create, so that you can prove a point that you can also do something with your life. So these are the 5 grounds on which anyone has a right to cut ties. There may be more. If you have any idea, you can share it in the comment. But these 5 to me are very, very serious. If the person is abusive, please don't waste time on that. If the person is full of negativity and only pours that into you, please don't waste time on that. Toxic, poisonous, snake. Why don't we deal with snakes in our houses? Because they are poisonous. Anything that is poisonous shouldn't be close to you. One-sidedness, please. It's one-sided. It has to be two. It's only about the person and the person and the person. Cut ties. Let it go. Tune the person off like a television. And over-dependent. If you know, because of your attachment to someone, it makes you feel like you can't do anything because of him, then you are in a position where you need to relocate and try to do something with your life. Put yourself out there. Fall as many as you can and rise up, because you have what it takes to rise up. You can build your own life. People will support you without having any attachment, without making reference to it. Those people will come your way. But anybody you are depending on, and the person is making so much reference to that and making you feel inferior, please let it go. Cut ties and go and build. So I hope this 5 points serves you, gives you legitimate reasons. If you find yourself that you're not growing, you're not building, you're not creating because of a family, ask yourself if any of these is a factor. Then you should cut ties with that family member and relocate somewhere. Cease communication with the people and go and build something for your own to prove a point. More importantly, do it for yourself, for your own self-esteem, so that you can account for your life to your Creator in a much better way. My dear, your life is your business. Your life is yours. You came to a family, but that is your bit. The rest is yours to do. You should be responsible for you. And everything that you do, you have the choice to do another thing. So if you find yourself in a situation where it's not helping you, it's not healthy, It doesn't matter if it's a family relationship. You have the power, you have the choice to make a decision, to relocate, to rebuild your life. Look, I'm not saying see them as enemies. No, 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 no. Pray for them that God change their heart. Pray for that person who is abusive, who is negative, who is toxic, who is one-sided, who is over-dependent, who you are over-dependent on, so that God can heal them, open their eyes to see that life is more than this. Pray for them, and when things get better, you can always go back and reconnect. But until then, you are better off on the street, fighting and hustling to create and build, to leave a legacy for generations ahead of you, for your children and for humanity, than to suffer all this and not do nothing with your life. I hope this training serves you. I hope these ideas make sense to you. And I hope you're going to make a decision if you find yourself in a situation where it's a family situation that you don't know what to do. Hey, this is Jones. I want to say you are chosen for greatness. You are truly born to win. Stay motivated. Stay blessed. Don't forget to share this video. Share with your friends to learn from it. And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel for more training. Stay motivated. Stay blessed.